Hey, this is Mike from liststream.net, and in this video we're going to cover how to set up a new landing page for any list that you've created inside your account. As you can see, we're logged into a demo account here, and the first thing that we want to do is come up to the navigation under landing pages and click add and design. On the next page you'll see lists that you've already created, so go ahead and pick one for that. I'll go ahead and click on list number 5 here. Now, before I get into actually creating the templates and everything, it is important to note that depending on the browser that you're on, it might react a little bit differently. So far, we found that Firefox and Google Chrome are the ones that work best for this. So if you are on something like Internet Explorer, you might have to do things just a little bit differently as you go through these steps. With that in mind, the first thing that you'll see here is a selection of templates that you can use to create your landing page. Now, the first one here is the blank template. So if you do have a landing page created already and you have the HTML code for that, you can just click on load for this and paste in your code and you'll be good to go. However, if you don't have that created already, there are a few templates here, which we will be adding more in the future, that you can use to create your landing page. So let's go ahead and use this one, which has all the different elements that you'll be able to change, such as video and images, etc. So we'll go ahead and click on load. And as you see down here, we have the template loaded. Now, instead of going right for the template, the first thing I want to note here is you can optimize these pages if you're trying to target certain keywords. You can put some light SEO information in here, such as your page title, your page description, and any keywords that you want to target as well. And as you'll see here, it says that you'll need to separate those by comma. So once you have that information in there, so one of the lists that we have in the demo account here is a weight loss list. So you might put in a weight loss keyword as the page title, write a keyword rich description, any keywords again that you're targeting, and click on insert, and that'll put that information in there for you. Next, if you want to insert any images, you can come down here to the insert images tab. Now, there are a few options here that you can choose from. The first one is if you want to upload an image. So you'll come here to the upload image tab, and we can do small logo, for example, and then we would just click on save, and that would upload it to the media library. So let's just go ahead and do that, even though this file is in there already. So it'll give you a confirmation that everything worked fine. And then you come in here to media library, and again, you'll see two of these now because I've uploaded this previously. And then once you have your image in there in the media library, you just double click to add that. But as you'll see, nothing actually happened, right? Now here's the important thing. When you want to edit anything on this template, what you actually have to do first is click on where you want the new changes to appear. So for example, in the case of an image, now keep in mind, it doesn't even have to go where the image placeholders are. You could put the image down here by clicking in between the B and the O. But for example, let's go ahead and change that company logo. Okay, so let's click on that, and that will put the cursor on that area. And again, we can come into the media library, so we'll do that. Double click again, and as you'll see, everything changes right away. So that's just something you want to keep in mind as you're making these changes is, again, put the cursor wherever you'd like to make the changes, and then you can go ahead and insert whatever it is, whether it be an image, a video, the subscribe box, which we'll get to here in just a second. You always want to have the cursor where it needs to go. And again, there are a couple options that you can use to do the image. The first, like we just demonstrated, was uploading an image to the media library. Or if you have an image hosted already, you can come in here to the insert image URL and paste in whatever the image link is for that. The next thing I'd like to show you here is putting in a video into your landing page, which you'll see that under this tab we have two options. And in this case, we're kind of assuming that a lot of people are going to use YouTube. You might use it already yourself just because it's such a popular and easy service to use, right? So what you can do here is you can either use the insert video URL, which you can come over here. I've already pulled up a tab of one of our previous videos, and then just copy that link. And again, as long as it's highlighted on the template here, come over here to insert video URL, you would paste that in and click insert. However, if you were to do that right now with the size of this, so I'll just do this to show you. If we click insert, now watch the border on the screen here where it says iframe in red. Once we click insert, that's going to change. It's going to get a lot smaller. See how that happens? And that's because by default, the YouTube videos are a lot smaller than the space that we have allowed here for the video. So we're just going to undo that really quick, and you can do on Mac it's Command Z, and on Windows it should be Control Z. So now that we have that back to normal, again, the embed video code option, what's really nice about this is you have the option to change, and I'll show you where to get this if you are on YouTube. You can come down here to share, then you would click on embed, and then you have the code here. And you can either type in the values by default and then you want to copy that again, or YouTube also gives you some default video sizes here as well. So once you have those changes made, which we'll just leave everything the same for now, so you can play around and decide what size you would like your video to be. So we'll keep it default and we'll copy that. And again, we would come over here, click on the iframe for the video, paste in our video embed code, and we might want to get rid of the URL here so there's not two things fighting for placement here, and then just click on insert. Now again, it will look the same because we haven't changed the width and the height, but again, you can play around with that and get it to fit and look the way that you would like it to and have everything customized the way you would want. And by the way, any of these changes that you're making while you're in here, now I have my screen zoomed in a little bit so you can see all this, but if you come down here while you're making these changes, you can come to preview, click on preview, and it'll open up a new tab for you, and now you can see the video that we used, and that's pretty much the only change other than the image that we've made. But it's just nice if you want to come in and see the changes live as you make them, you can click on that preview button anytime. Next is the insert subscribe box, which if you're using the templates that are already created for you, then all of those will already include a subscribe box. Where this comes in handy is if you've chosen to come up here and use the blank template, then you'll be able to insert your subscribe box wherever you would like to in whatever template you've already customized. And one other thing that would be worth mentioning here is if you are using the one that has already been created for you as far as the templates, then you don't want to really mess with the form fields that have been inserted here, because then they won't really work for you. The only thing that you can change here though, if you would like, is you can click on the submit button here and then you can change the text value. So in other words, you could make it say something like sign up now, and you can leave the name if you really want to, but you might want to change that as well. We'll go ahead and just leave it alone though. And then once you click OK, you'll see that that change is made there. The last thing here is the analytics code. So if you have anything like Google Analytics for your landing pages, or if you have any sort of tracking pixel, you would take that code, paste it in here, and then click on save, and that'll be embedded into your landing page for you. So after you've made all these changes, you got everything looking the way that you would like to. The preview button that I showed you there, you might want to come down and just double check again, and you can see everything that has been changed here for you. So we didn't really change too much since the last preview that we did, but you can see the changes to your button, the video that we embedded, the image for the logo here. And once everything looks good to you, you can close this out and come down here to publish. And the page you'll be redirected to would be to all the landing pages that you've already created. So if this is your first one that you're creating, of course, you'll only see the one that you just made. And you'll also be able to come in here to landing pages, manage, and edit, and this will bring you to the page that you're looking at now. So we did list number 5. If we come over here and copy the link and come up here to a new tab, we can do that. Enter that. We can come to this page and see that our landing page is 100% live and ready to capture leads. So that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, you can always go back and follow this step by step if you need to. And if you have any other questions, you can check out the Help Center for more videos. And if you're still stuck, feel free to get in touch with us through support at any time. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the other videos.